Hello, and welcome back to Wenzel's World. And I want to do a shout out before we get started, and I hope I can remember to say something back at the end too. Well, that don't make any difference. This is not radio. People's not tuning in and off all the time. Okay, well, I lost my mind this afternoon. Hadn't regained it real good yet, but it's Monday, and I usually make a video on Mondays, and so here we go. I want to do a shout out for the Pipe Parlor. And so young man and a young channel. Very few subscribers. So go over and give a view to the Pipe Parlor. I said that to my wife last evening. She said, "What'd you say it was?" I had to say it 2 or 3 times. Parlor. Okay. And this evening, let's see, I think I got a tamper somewhere. Well, at their work. I ain't trying my thumb on it yet. I just now got it lit. So this evening then I got this here Peterson pipe. Of course I've y'all seen it. I don't have that many pipes anyway, so you know, after you watch if you regular watching my channel, you're gonna see this pipe because I have it out quite a bit. So and since I don't have a whole bunch of pipes, so this particular Peterson is a P-lip spigot system pipe. And the tobacco, you have to move your tongue and your lips a lot to say that, don't you? The tobacco that I have in here this evening is the Peterson's University Flake. This is one of those blends that I got in last spring. Not this last one, the 2024 spring of the year. I did some reviews on Peterson's tobaccos, what is strong, what's medium, and what's not. That's basically how it's gonna go. So, but this way, this is one I got in last year, so it's been jarred up for a year. And I got to thinking about it the other day, and so I got it out, and I thought, man, that I don't really remember what it was like the first go around last year, and so I liked it. And then I thought this afternoon, what am I going to do this evening? I thought, I think I'm going to get that university flake out. I hadn't put it up, so it was still uh, easy to come across. And I just fired it up first time right before I turned this camera on. Camera, cell phone, that's what it is. I'm looking at that red bird over there. He's sitting on that there cord. And he's really looking around. Somebody on here said they really enjoyed listening to the birds. That might have been you, was it? Well, there's been a lot going on since I seen you last. Didn't get the yard mowed last week. So it's thick now. I had some things I had to do today, so basically all I did was mow around this garden over here. Some of them goats has found a place to get out, and they've been eating on the garden back here, so I had to take and put this electrified poultry netting back around it again. Try to keep them from eating up the garden. I got a little old bug of some kind crawling around my face. A lot of little old bugs around it, and ticks, and whew, stuff like that. Well, I went down to Tennessee, had a wedding we needed to go to last week, so went down there and spent the night. And I hadn't been down there in 5 years, and so went down there, went out to the cemetery. And of course, visited with kin people, wives, people, and so on. I'm trying to find something I can get in on to talk about. Sometimes I hear y'all saying, well, I don't really have anything to say. That's where I am. I don't really have anything to say, but it's Monday, and I usually do these videos on Monday. So what you're smoking, and what you're smoking is in. And so, well, I'll tell you about the lawnmower episode. Yeah, I didn't get to mow the yard last week. I think it was the week before. Whenever it was, I guess it was, the belt kept coming loose on the deck. I put it on the third time. I thought, well, I didn't like a whole lot being through, so I just took that little mower. It ain't but a 30-inch cut. It's a riding mower, but I have it mainly to mow the ditch with. You get that 54-inch cut down in the ditch and get it spinning. I can't pick it up and set it over and get any traction. I had to go get the tractor or the truck or something other and pull the thing out. So in them ditches, then I use that little bitty mower. So one day, it was last week, I think. I tell you, I'm losing my mind. I guess I, or maybe I should say, I've slept a lot since then. Anyway, so I put the blade, the belt back on the mower. I want him to get out of the barnyard with it. I turn it on, kaploop. It broke the belt in two. I thought, well, so much for that. And that thing is so aggravating trying to get all them parts off of there to get a new belt put on it. I just took it and let the professionals do it. So I get to a trailer. I don't know whether you can see it or not. It's back there. I go and get the trailer. I get the lawnmower rolled up on the trailer. I go down, leave out of here, and go down the road. I keep hearing this. I thought, what in the world's that? I look back and I see this black mark. And I'm thinking, I'm laying rubber. Pulled over the side of the road. The wheel on that trailer is locked up. So I had to go down the road a little bit further with that there truck and trailer both. I didn't want to try to back up in the middle of this road back here, trying to, get turned around. I wanted to make sure I could turn around. There's a little road on down the road. So I pull in there, make a U-turn, still dragging that wheel, tire and everything. Get home, get over yonder under a shade tree and pull the thing off. When I get the wheel and tire off of it, well, I got a hole and you can put a baseball in. So I ruined that tire. I tried to take the hubba loose to look in there to see what the problem was. I finally got the hub off of it. Still, no clues, I don't know. So I take it back up here. I beat on it, trying to break it loose. Look for any way I can loosen it up. So I take the trailer up here about 4 miles up the road. There's a feed store up there, and the man that runs it, he works on tractors and things. Well, he wasn't there, but the man that helps him, he was there. And he was nice enough to come out and take a sledgehammer and beat about, I don't know, 10 or 12 times on that thing and got it broke loose. And I can tell you the reason it got locked up. Back behind me, where this barn is back here, all of this you see back behind me, now not everything, like right here where I am, not here, but right back there in this bottom where that barn is, all of that back there has got a creek behind it. The creek's right over yonder. The river's right over there. And all this rain that we've had last 2 months, I quit counting how many times it flooded that barn. One time too many. And all that mud and water and dirt and grit and sand, it just locked up that wheel. But, it's rolling now. Went and got the mower this morning, so. And anyway, of course, if you can tell much about what the ground looks like behind me, you can tell it don't look like it's been mowed to me. Well, it ain't. I could have done it today, but I had something else we needed to do, so. And I can't do it tomorrow. We got something else we got to do. And when I say we, it's really the better half. So then I'm hoping I can get this yard started and get it finished Wednesday. Oh me. Well, let's see where we are on the time. 14 minutes and need a lighter. That's a butane lighter. Got a place in the bottom of it where you can refill it. I didn't know that when I bought this lighter. I think I filled it twice since I've had it. Got it back in the winter, I think it was. So, it's pretty handy. The only reason I bought it was because of that there long shank, whatever it whatever you want to call it. And so that's the reason it came home with me, because of that. I didn't know I was getting a butane. So it did pretty good then, didn't it? This university flake for me, it's got enough kick to it where it's, to me, it's evening tobacco, and you can relax with it. Well, the chickens ain't been laying eggs as much. It was so hot last week. Woo wee, sure was hot. Had humidity and dew points and all that heat index and all that stuff that the weatherman talks about. Suffice it to say, it's a hot one. Well, I guess I'll get off here and let you folks go. Anyway, you know I'm still alive and kicking. And so, and now you know I've cracked open my year-old jar of university flake. You said, well, what does a year-old jar of that university flake taste like? Tell you, it tastes like strong tobacco to me. There's one of them little old bugs right there. Get on your face and you can feel it, and it's just enough to aggravate you. I get me a drink of this Caldwell spring water. And go over there now, why, in case you forgot about it, go over and check out the pipe parlor. And as the YouTube pipe community says, give him some sub love and encourage him a little bit. And so, until we meet again, adios.